friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into your person's current feelings, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Orion's Animal Tarot, and pile number two is the Unfolding Path Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say there's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose Orion's Animal Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty. Pile one, let's see your person's current feelings. Pile one's person's current feelings. Hold on. Things feel a little bit all over the place. Give me a few seconds. Okay, now it feels aligned. Let's see, pile one. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. What is going on? Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, your person, even though we're trying to tap into their feelings, there's a lot in their mind right now. Yeah, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, head versus heart going on at this point in time. Pile one, there's a lot going on within your person. Get into it in just a little bit. All right, let me just get your oracle cards as well. We have Soul Earthing. We have, I hope I pronounced this correctly, Dumor Tirite. I hope I did. Okay. That is, I am intuitive, intelligent, and connected to the universe. We have Pair. We have Safety Net. We have Foundation, makes sense. And we have I am inspired. Okay. I think that it is... you might have asked this person to make a decision about this connection, or your person realizes it is time to make a decision about this connection. And it's kind of like in their mind, all of their fears are just coming up to the surface at this point in time. But their heart is telling them that this connection makes us so happy. We have feelings. Why aren't we taking a step towards this? And then their mind is like, no, we need to have a safety net. We need to have all of our plans in place before we take a step. This is not the right time. And their mind might be making excuses. And I say excuses because I don't think that these reasons are actually holding good. And I think that your person might have been convincing themselves for a very long time that these reasons were legit and they were necessary for your person not to take a step towards this connection. But now those reasons are no longer holding true for your person. It's kind of like every time your person is facing this indecision, and then they tell themselves, okay, you know what? We decided that we're not going to move forward with this connection because, well, we don't feel safe, or maybe there's distance, or maybe we don't have enough money, or maybe we want to reach a certain level of success before we do that. And then your person, the more they keep telling themselves that and giving these excuses, the more clarity is actually coming onto their end that those excuses are not valid. It's kind of counterintuitive that your person's going through. They're telling themselves, like, the more they're convincing themselves the more they're realizing that those are excuses. And like I said, it's head versus heart going on at this point in time. Given we have so much of their headspace going on in their heart, I will compare it to their heart. I will say that their mind is still predominantly taking charge of the situation at this point in time, but their heart is getting there. Like, it's overpowering. So at one point it might have been 100% of their mind, and then now it's at like 66%. You know, then that's kind of where your person is at. Like, slowly and steadily their heart is becoming more and more stronger in its conviction. Wow, that was actually a very beautiful sentence there, Pal One. All right, and I think that in their soul, they feel you. They feel this connection. They want to be with you. They see building such a solid beginning with you. And I would not be surprised if this person has started viewing, you know, their definition of a life with you. For some of you, it could be maybe retiring to the fields in Scotland and adopting 10 border collies, you know. For others of you, it could be starting a family. It could be having your own plant babies, fur babies, human babies. Whatever your person has envisioned for their life, they're seeing you as a part of that. They're seeing that it can be done with you. It doesn't have to be something that they do on their own. Though in the past they might have thought, okay, I'm just going to do this on my own, or I'm going to live the rest of my life on my own. I'm going to enjoy it. It's not like it was going to be a sad or depressing life. No, it was actually going to be a very, very fulfilling vision of a life that your person had thought for themselves, but they just thought that it would be on their own. But now that you're in the picture, their heart's telling them that, hey, that same dream that you have, it can actually be done with two people, you know, you and your person. And I think that for the longest time, your person was like, no, we need to be sure about this. We need 100% confirmation that this relationship is going to work, that this endpoint that I wish to get to, it's not going to be ruined. But that's the thing, right? You can't demand 100% confirmation about anything in life, not just relationships, about anything, you know? And so their logical part of their brain is letting them know that, okay, you know what? We want all of this. We want the 100% confirmation that this is not going to lead to anything, or I need to build a foundation for myself so that I will be able to handle this connection. And it's possible that your person's already built it, but they don't want to admit it to themselves as well. So the more your person denies what they're feeling, what they intuitively want to do with respect to this connection, the more clarity is setting in that they have to do it. It's a very funny position that your person is in, though I'm pretty sure that it's, I know we say it's funny, but it's probably not funny on your person's end. I think that with soul earthing over here, I think that your person's very much up in the air and they need to ground themselves. Like, it feels like this is the aspirational energy that your person has to get into at this point in time. And it's possible that your person needs to first start trusting their heart. So probably in the past, their heart led them one way. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe it didn't go the way that they expected it to. So maybe they haven't forgiven their heart just yet. That's also an energy that's coming through. So I think that slowly but very, very steadily, they're learning how to follow their heart, even if it might not lead them to the outcome that they're hoping for. Well, at least they gave it a try. At least they listened to their heart. And so that's a little bit of a conflict that your person's going through at this point in time, because they're realizing they're realizing that as much as they want to deny, they can't. And they can come up with their own excuses. They can keep focusing on other aspects of their life, but there is that nagging feeling in their heart that's growing very, very slowly. I think this is so indicative. I'm pretty sure this was all swords at one point in time, but now it's starting to be flooded with more of their heart energy, which is good, because intuitively they're allowing it to happen, but also they're understanding that the more they follow their heart, the more they listen to their heart, or at least in moments when they're listening to their heart, they're tapping into that energy and allowing themselves to feel this connection, allowing themselves to dream about the future with you. They're feeling peace. They're feeling connected to the universe, and that makes them feel very, very powerful on the inside. And it does inspire them to take a step towards this connection. but then their mind steps in again, and then it's a battle again. So that's where your person is at this point in time. Their feelings are definitely slowly over time going to win. Their heart is definitely going to win over time, but it will take a bit of time, a little bit of wrestling of the head versus heart at this point, all right? But don't worry, your person is going to get there, Pawan. Let's see one message or advice that wants to come through for you. There is a reason for, yes, there is a reason why this connection is in this energy at this point in time, all right? There are two choices here in front of you, Pawan. One, you can be sad about the pause between the two of you. The other energy that you can be in is trust that this pause is actually creating that new beginning between the two of you. It is necessary, and it's the reason why both of you are going to have that opportunity of a new beginning between the two of you. You can sit in the energy, absolutely. You can sit and wonder, why am I in this energy? Why are we in separation? You can be in that energy where you're constantly feeling sad, and to a certain degree it's understandable, and it's okay for you to be in that energy because you too need some time to process what you're feeling, right? And what you're going through, and that's understandable. But beyond a certain point, that energy starts to get heavy. So if you are in that transitory phase where you're tired of being in that energy and you want to step into more aligned energies for your soul growth and for the health of this connection as well, then this would be a way to help you shift your thought process. That understand that this pause is not there to harm you, but it is there to help both of you create that opportunity of a new beginning. That would bring you some peace, recognizing that there's always a reason for the pause, and that is in alignment for both of your highest good. Maybe if both of you were to align at this point in time and the pause weren't there, maybe you'd have to deal with your person's on and off energy, maybe the constant mental struggle that they had, and maybe it would be affecting you to a degree where this connection might not survive for long, or there would be no opportunity for revival in the future. So whatever is happening right now, trust that it is happening to protect this connection and to give it a chance for a new beginning in the future. That would help you make peace with the pause, because the energy coming down right now is, it's important for you to have peace in the pause, because your person is in chaotic energies right now, and I would not be surprised if you are also tapping into that energy. But the way that you can calm yourself is first set energetic boundaries, all right? Allow your person to figure out their own struggle. You protect your energy, all right, if it's getting too overwhelming for you. The second is centering yourself, balancing yourself, trusting that whatever is happening right now is divine protection, and it is also protecting the future of your connection as well, all right? So it's for you, like this pause between the two of you, this time that your person's taking to make their decision, it is there to protect the two of you, all right? And this connection, of course. Alrighty, Pawan. This is where I will leave you for today. I really, really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that fuel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pawan, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose the Unfolding Path Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty. How to? Person's current feelings, alright? Let's get into it. This person's current feelings. Nine of Swords, Five of Cups. So what is going on? Lovers, Five of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Oh my gosh, Ten of Swords. Magician. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is definitely no contact and or separation between the two of you. I can definitely feel it in the energy. Also get your oracle cards. We have Witch. We have Rose Quartz. We have Ginkgo. We have Help. We have 27 with Inspiration, and we have I Am Whole. I don't know what's caused the separation between the two of you, but it is really, really getting to your person at this point in time. There is a deep sense of regret, of loss that's coming through so strongly for me. I think that your person is struggling to have a lot of hope for this connection. Like even a little bit of hope is just not possible for your person at this point in time. Your person might be struggling even to ask for help. Like the energy coming through is it's very, very blocked. So even if it is struggling and they want help, your person doesn't seem to know who to look out for or who to ask for help. Like I said, I don't know what's gone down between the two of you, but I think that your person is blaming themselves. For some of you, your person could be taking on more blame than they should about the ending between the two of you or the no contact between the two of you. But regardless of your situation, there's a lot of imbalance within them. They're not able to find peace in the no contact between the two of you. I would not be surprised if this person has been posting on their social media and it's been content that is very erratic. You know, you'll just know that it's not them, it's not their energy. They might be very overly emotional, and even if it's not sad posts, it might be angry posts. Like that frustration from within might be coming out, or this person might be in that energy when you meet them, when you talk to them, or you might be hearing from your friend circles as well if both of you have mutual contacts. But you can sense the energy shift within them. Something feels off. That's what's coming to me. And if it might not be sad energy that you might be tapping when you are in their vicinity, you might be tapping into anger, into resentment, into that frustration. But then when you are by yourself and you're trying to tap into their energy, you can feel that wave of sadness. That's the message that's coming through. So trust what you're feeling, Paltu, all right? Because it's definitely a lot of sadness that they're carrying, but to the external world, they feel more comfortable expressing it as anger. Could be societal expectations, you know, maybe sadness is not really that accepted, but anger seems to be. Could be the gender that they identify with. Maybe that's just a more comfortable way to show everybody that they are actually feeling emotional on the inside. Don't know why I had to mention that. Maybe that's important for someone out there. And it's coming through that there might be a lot of pressure on your person to show up in a certain way to the people around them. So maybe they have to show everybody that they're not affected by this connection, or there's a lot of pressure on them to show up as in, oh, I'm completely fine, I'm all right, everything's okay. But yeah, that's coming through very, very strongly for me at this point in time. Your person does not have any interest in any other aspects of their life. It's all looking very, very dark for your person. And whatever hope that your person wants to have, they can't at this point in time. They're struggling to find it within them. They're struggling to find it outside of them. Your person just wants to be with you, Paltu. Whatever it is that's stopping the two of you from being together, I don't know what it is. I'm not able to tap into that energy at this point. Maybe there's so many of you, so there might be a varied number of reasons, but your person feels very, very helpless that they've lost this connection. It could be their own mistakes. It could be their own self-sabotaging tendencies. Whatever it could be. It could also be external. But they're feeling the loss of this connection. It is very, very deep. It is very, very painful. I'm being called to see the two cups that are standing. So there is an opportunity for this connection to revive itself. But until and unless your person recognizes that, or at least has hope towards that, they're going to keep looking at the cups that have spilled, and time is going to pass with them looking at the cups that have filled. They need to step out of those energies, and it has to come from within them, because even if you were to reach out to this person and say, hey, there's an opportunity for us to both come together or revive this connection or give this another try, your person will not be able to trust it, because they're constantly in that energy that this is lost, this is done, this is over, it can't be, it just will not happen. So even if there is an opportunity, your person will not be able to recognize it until and unless it comes from within them. That hope comes from within them. But right now, very, very resistive to that hope. They're very resistive to even love, for that matter, because I think that your person might be feeling like they can't bring love into their life. Very, very blocked energies, I gotta say. But the reason why I feel this is aligned is because we have the 10 of Swords coming out. There is nothing else for your person to do at this point in time but to rise. They're so down that there is no choice, but they have to rise, and they will. All right, so it's kind of like they're at the end of the low point, and they will rise. Their next step is to rise, but they will have to be in this energy, and they have to pick themselves up. There's nothing that you can do at this point to help your person realize that they need to take the step up. For some of you, there could be addiction coming through. That is also coming through, but this has to be from them. How to, that is very, very important. They need to feel that they have the power to change their life. They have the power to change the dynamic of this connection. They need to believe that they are whole and complete on their own, and then contribute that energy to this connection. They need to have hope on their own. And whether it is divine guidance or external help in 3D, your person needs to recognize that help is always there. You know, whether it's 5D or 3D, help is always there. You just have to ask for it, you know? And even that, your person might not be trusting it. They might not be able to trust, like, maybe therapy or counselors, or even if there is an elder in their family who can give them advice. Your person doesn't seem to be wanting to trust at this point in time. But after a certain point, they will have no choice, or rather, the pain will come to a point where they will have no choice but to learn how to trust. And they're learning a lot of things at this point in time. They're learning how to trust love. They're learning how to trust themselves. They're learning how to trust the divine guidance that's being given to them. They're learning how to trust maybe external help that is available to them at this point in time. They're learning how to hope. They're learning how to feel good within themselves first, before wanting an external validation for how they feel on the inside. Like, they have to feel good on the inside and not wait for things to shift on the external for them to feel good. All right? There's a little bit of a switch over there, but that is what manifestation is all about as well. And your person's learning that at this point. It's a very, very painful lesson. It's a very, very difficult lesson as well. But your person's on this path right now. How to, one message or advice for you. Your person's growing up. That's the energy. You know, it doesn't matter their age, but soul-wise, your person is growing up. Soul-wise, your person is maturing. Give them the time and the space to do so, right? On your end, it looks like there might be other aspects of your life that need your attention at this point in time. Paltio, don't neglect them because of this connection. Right? Maybe the pause right now is for you to focus on other aspects of your life as well. Hold on to the love that you feel for your person, all right? You don't have to let it go. You don't have to force yourself not to think about them, or force yourself to not view their stories. You don't have to do that, because every time you're in that energy, you're actually resisting the flow of the connection. You know? So don't do anything that makes you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, and so you stop yourself. No, if you're thinking about them, allow yourself to think. If you think that you're thinking obsessively about them, allow those thoughts to run. Exhaust the thoughts, right? But probably your mind needs to work things out. Probably subconsciously you need to work a few things out so that you can calm yourself. Allow those thoughts to run, right? The more you stop yourself, like, oh, okay, I shouldn't check their social media pages, I should block them, or I should avoid their path, the more you push yourself to do something, you are not flowing with the energy, and in fact you are blocking the manifestation from happening. And I know this is very different from some of the advice that is there on the internet. Like, I know there are certain things that I see on the internet where they're like, oh, you have to block them for them to realize your worth, or you have to stop talking to them to realize your worth. No, just be. That's it. That's all you have to do, Paltier. Just be. Staying in your energy, flowing with what you feel called to do at every given point, flowing with your intuition is how you manifest what is for your highest good and perhaps your deepest wishes as well. All right? So every time you feel like you are stopping yourself, let go of that resistance. That too is resistance. Just flow, right? Perhaps you really need to do that at that point in time. Check their stories, or check if they're online, check if they've seen your last message. Get that energy out of you. The more you resist, the more you're festering that energy within you, and the more you're holding on to that energy, and it gets heavy after a point. So maybe you check it, maybe 5 days, 6 days, the 7th day, you realize that that energy has gone because you've expelled it out of you, right? So this is something that I've understood it, and it's kind of, how do I say this? It's probably a line of thought that other people around me have always thought was a little bit different, or perhaps even borderline crazy as well. But it works. It really, really works, because you're expelling that energy instead of allowing it to fester within you. And that is how you flow. Just letting go doesn't mean you just let go. You force yourself to let go. No, letting go means that you just be. All right, you let go of your attachment to the outcome, but it doesn't mean you force yourself to let go. It has to happen naturally and gradually. I don't know why I'm taking so much time to explain this, but maybe there's someone out there who needs a deeper explanation to this, So letting them go, yes, it's probably, okay, well, don't engage with them. Like, don't react to the thoughts that you are having, or don't act on the thoughts that you're having. Just allow those thoughts to be, That might be a form of letting go. Or if you feel that pull to reach out to them, you can, right? Because the way that I've seen it, the more you act on what you intuitively feel at that point in time, you're expelling that energy. And after a certain point, you yourself will come to the conclusion of whether it should happen or should not, whether you should reach out to them or not, whether you should check their stories or not, whether you should block them or not, whether you should avoid them or not, And when you focus on just being, just allowing yourself to be without any judgment, without forcing yourself to be a certain way, or this image of yourself who is perfect and is living your best life without checking anyone's social media, or messaging them, or checking in with them, or asking for validation. The more you're just yourself and you just be, the more you just naturally align with what you are meant to do at that point in time. And sometimes that means expelling that energy out of you, and maybe you need to do something. Maybe you have to physically do something in order to get that energy out of you. That is your process. Accept that instead of trying to force yourself not to do that. I found this a lot, like in my own case. Sometimes I feel in very, very different situations as well, not necessarily to do with a person, but even, with respect to my business as well. Sometimes I feel that energy coming through, and I stop myself of like, okay, you know what, I should not be doing this. That's not an ideal version of me. The more I block that energy, the more I feel it festering within me, and the more I feel that resistance growing within me, and that is not manifestation at all. Like, yes, you can wish to be a version of yourself, and yes, that is the end point, but you can't magically turn into that person overnight. There has to be a journey of transformation that gets to that point. How does that happen? By expelling the energy that is no longer serving you. And how do you expel that energy? You expel by acting on it as many number of times as you feel called to, until you are completely depleted of that energy, and overall you have space for new energy to enter into your system, into your space. All right, so don't resist, just flow. And the way that I see it is just be, pal, to you. Don't yes, there is a version of yourself that you wish to get to, and that's completely understandable. That's the end point. But by trying to skip steps to get over there, you might be thinking you're manifesting, but you're actually skipping steps. You're actually controlling the outcome. So that's not right, right? So that's not aligned. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of change my thought process about right and wrong, and kind of fit it into aligned and not aligned. But yeah, this is how I feel. Like, yes, okay, a version of me. Let's take a romantic situation, for example. A version of me that I want to manifest is someone who is not bothered, or someone who is focusing on her life, and she doesn't feel the need to see maybe the social media stories or reach out to them. That's the version that I want to get to, and it's understandable, all right? But there is a process for me to get there. It takes time to get to that version of myself. If I shock my system into becoming that version overnight, there's all of that energy that's within me that needs to come out. And so you will not be able to sustain that version of you for long, because that energy is still within you. All right. So even if you feel like you can do it for a few days, yeah, it's a very short period of time. You'll find yourself slipping back. And again, that brings about frustration that, okay, I can never like, whatever I resolve or whatever I have as a resolution, I can never stick to it. No, it's not that. It's just that you've not given yourself the time and the space and the flexibility to go through the process of transformation. All right, that is very, very important. It's not you at all. No, it's not that you're not capable. It's that you are forcing yourself to do it. So you're naturally resisting it yourself. So step out of your own way and just flow. Whatever you feel called to do in this moment of time, even if it sounds crazy to other people, even if it sounds crazy to you, even if logically you know you're not supposed to do it, if you feel intuitively called to, go for it, all right? Get that energy out of you. And of course, make sure that you are, I do want to say that you probably have to be a little bit sensible about this as well, right? I wouldn't say extreme actions, but of course, everything there is an exception, and too much of anything, well, it's not good. Even too much of sugar is not good, right? Sweet. Anyway, but yes, so of course, what I do want to say, I'm blanking out a little bit, but yes, what I do want to say is allow yourself to be, just be who you are, all right? Over time, you are going to get to that version of yourself, but allow yourself the time and the space to evolve, to transform, to step into that version of you. It takes time. You can't overnight step into that version of you. So allow that energy to expel however it feels aligned to you, and you will know, pal, too, all right? So when you flow with that energy, that is how you step into manifesting. That's how you actually step into things shifting for you. We're so focused on getting to the endpoint version of us that we forget that there is a process to it, and that takes time. And that is the important part, sustaining the end version that we need to get to. That is important, because you can get to that version and you will manifest because you are in energetic alignment. But if you can't stay in that energy, then what's the point? You're going to lose the whatever it is that you've manifested. So sustaining that energy is actually the success, not reaching to that point. That is what I always feel. I feel that so strongly, and it's something that I've written in my book as well. You know, sustaining the success is part of the success. Like it's not just the end point. It's actually a plateau over there. And so yes, I have spoken so much today. I really hope that it was helpful. I really hope that it brought you some clarity, some comfort, some confirmation. Every time I feel like I'm going in this energy, like I don't intend to go into this energy, but when I'm speaking and then I just get into this energy, I just feel like, okay, maybe there's someone out there who needs to hear it in the way that I say it, or they need to hear my experience of going through it. So I really hope that this was helpful. All right. Okay, pal 2, I will leave you here. And yeah, I wish you well. I wish you the most peaceful outcome in your situation. Trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.